France. As the speedometer needle creeps upwards, well into the triple digits, the forceful shove against our backs doesn't appear to diminish much. In fact, outside cabin roof down, side and quarter windows up remains eerily calm, being an indicated 160 km/h flashes within the digital display on the 2019 Aston Martin DB11 Volante. As we hit 190 km/h 118 miles per hour, I mentioned the impressive cabin serenity to my drive partner, automobile contributor Bassem Waisf. He agreed, being an open-top Grand Tourer. The DB11 Volante is amazingly adept, with near coupe-like calm inside. The name Volante alone conjures up imagery of great Aston drop-tops ahead before, and also the DB11 seems poised to carry on the tradition. Since the coupe premiered a long time ago, the convertible version is all but a given, and now it's here. In fact, Aston has become taking pre-orders for that DB11 Volante for many months, and US deliveries are hoped for to start in June. It's not at all times an easy job to produce a good-looking coupe-based convertible, particularly when you start with the DB11 coupe. The spot that the flowing, contoured roof seems an integral part on the striking design. And so, in creating the Volante, engineers and stylists did considerably more than just lop over car's handsome chap. The DB11's rear decklid was massaged and contoured, the folding top mechanism compacted to allow to the lowest profile possible, as well as the dramatic rear fender flares are creased just a little lower for the car's flanks. The changes create congruent aesthetics to the Volante while improving wind noise and aerodynamics. Other changes from coupe to convertible will include a stiffer windshield surround to abide by rollover standards, a strengthened rear cross membrane that is located close to the rear shock mounts and improves their functionality like a side benefit, plus much more structural reinforcement inside sills and also the tray under the engine. There's several blackout trim beforehand and a prominent gloss black splitter, together with new wheels that shave approximately 6.4 pounds over coupe set. The 8-layer insulated fabric top electronically unfolds from under its metal cover in mere 14 seconds and stows retreat in 16 seconds with minimum or mechanical noise. The top operates and accelerates to 31 miles per hour, which enables it to also be folded remotely via key fob. Aston Martin says the top's compact structure provides for some 20% more cargo space inside trunk than from the DB9 Volante. Under the aluminum clamshell-style hood with the DB11 Volante is AMG's potent twin-turbocharged, 4.0-liter, 90-degree V8, producing 503 horsepower and 513 lb-ft of torque. While the engine was made completely at AMG without involvement from Aston Martin, the English brand did design each of the cooling components located inside the ample space ahead with the engine, along with the bespoke exhaust system, which has been tuned to provide the car an even more Aston Martin-appropriate note. While the engine carries a dry sump in Mercedes-AMG applications, a wet sump was mandated with the DB11 for packaging considerations. The transmission is ZF's excellent 8-speed auto, which frankly is successful enough concerning render a pricey dual-clutch unit wholly unnecessary, specifically in this class of vehicle. Underneath, the DB11 Volante gets to be a few suspension tweaks given its 242 pounds weight increase, mostly thanks to the auto's added structural reinforcement. The rear anti-roll bar has additionally been reduced in diameter by 0.4 mm and rear shock rates are actually tweaked to account for that car's slightly stiffer rear structure. Weight distribution is 4,753% front-rear, in comparison with 4,951 within the V8-powered coupe and 5,149 from the V12-powered one. Enough while using specs. What makes this DB11 Volante drive, you may well ask. Quite sublimely, actually. Even if the Volante loses 1 ounce of stiffness for the coupe in spite of the added structural elements, you'd be hard-pressed to share with on most roads. The car feels significantly of a piece, without cowl shake or any sense of any slop on the chassis. The AMG V8 is really a lovely engine, torquey, brutish and eager with plenty pops and bangs accompanying the rapid manual downshifts from your gearbox. Power is incredibly strong, and although the 8 lacks the silky smoothness that defines Aston's V12, you may argue it's a sportier, more aggressive-feeling engine that comes together with the added benefit from less weight above the nose. It's never really what you'd call quiet. In 8th gear, the DB11 Volante has the ability to drop revs far enough so simple conversation at freeway speed, top up or down, is possible. As we quite often do with multi-driving mode sports cars, we preferred the softest on the modes, in this example, Grand Touring, for most on-road driving situations, with Sport providing a little bit more stiffness from your skyhook adjustable suspension for that twistier pieces of road we encountered even as we headed inland from your Mediterranean Sea and towards Slay Alps. Selecting Sport mode also lessens the speed when the rear spoiler deploys and retracts. Sport Plus firms things up a touch too much for that street, within our opinion, sending a corner and hopping over road imperfections that GT mode sucks up while giving ultra-sharp throttle response which might be welcome around the track, but results in less smooth inputs for the street. Braking performance is impressive, the DB11's large steel discs and 6-piston calipers hauling the automobile down from big speed time and again without noise or drama. The only gripe there were about the driving experience was the steering, which doesn't quite match the best of today's electronically boosted systems, such as that in the Porsche 911. No matter, this is often a Grand Touring car first, and prospective buyers is likely to appreciate more isolation in comparison to their sportier supercars. In all, the DB11 Volante makes a superior sports convertible to help keep at your fifth home inside the south of France, watching in an instant's notice for the blast within the local mountains or for just a trip to neighboring Monaco with the weekend. Of course, that has a base tariff of $219,581, roughly $20,000, a lot more than the coupe. Interested on percenters have to make the painstaking choice from the DB11 Volante or even the new Ferrari Portofino, which starts around the same price. Hey, nobody ever said being rich was easy. 2019 Aston Martin DB11 Volante specifications. Price: $219,581 base. Engine: 4.0 liters twin-turbo 32-valve V8 503 HP at 6,000 revolutions per minute, 513 lb-ft at 2,005000 revolutions per minute. Transmission: 8-speed automatic. Layout: 2-door, 24-passenger, front engine, RWD convertible. EPA mileage: 1,521 miles per gallon city hui. LXWXH: 187 by 76.8 by 51.2 inches, wheelbase. 110.4 inches, weight. 4,123 pounds, 060 miles per hour, 4.0 seconds estate. Top speed: 187 miles per hour estate.